We're going to continue. Since we're working on still working on the swing, give me one more swing, and then we're going to move up to other clubs. All right. So fundamentally, you've been working on what is known as a 3-iron. Right. We have a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 iron. And these are this full set of irons. Okay.
Okay.
Right. And the higher you get in the number, the more loft you get. Loft is the angle of the club.
So it is right here.
Yeah, that one is basically much more upright. And then the 9, as you can see, it has even a greater angle as opposed if you put them side by side.
Oh, okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's obviously because this one will actually be longer, you'll hit it longer, and this one you'll get more air, or alternatively you'll get more height with the ball for shorter distances.
Okay.
And there are different ways to actually, or different shots that you want to hit, but we're not going to get into that right now.
Okay.
All right. We then also have what is known as the driver. Let me just put these back quickly. We also have the driver, which is this one. It's also a longer club than that club. And you can see the loft is different. And then we also have the fairway woods. When you're on the fairway, and then you can see their angle of loft are different. Now all these clubs are obviously for different shots, different distances.
Yeah.
They give you a different trajectory as well. So that is the fundamentally of the golf tools. And then eventually you'll come to the putter, which actually you use when you're on the green. But for now we're just going to be using the 3-iron for instructional purposes. Alright, so we've been working on the swing, and it's fundamental that you do have a higher level of mobility and flexibility with your body. Because if you can't hit the shot, you can't hit it very far. Now you've heard of these guys hitting at 320 meters or 320 yards. That's because of the flexibility, and that's why I gave you that initial exercise. Now what we're just going to do is the fundamentals that you're going to have to explain how you actually perceive or how you feel since you began this process of what you're finding difficult about, so that I can have feedback, then I can give you even better exercises for you to work on. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'd like you to, or that's kind of like feedback I'd like to get from you, because it's one thing telling you this is how golf is. You move from here, this is your backswing. But if you're not giving me feedback, then I can give you any activity for you to do in your own time, for you to improve. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead. Whenever you're ready, you can tell me how you feel or what the difficulty is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That felt good.
Yeah. Because the only problem I have is my arm. I see when you do it, your left arm is like straight, like an arrow.
Yeah.
One thing that changes that your wrist bends.
Yes.
But when I do it, you see how my arm still bends at an angle.
Yes.
Because I don't know whether it's like my stiffness or like you've been doing it longer than I have, and I still have to learn upon it. Like, how do you keep like your arm straight like that?
Okay. The basic trick for that.
Or is that my arms are longer than yours and I gotta do something? Or?
No. There's a basic rhythm for that. Is the fact that like, if I was to, let's assume this is a medicine ball. Alright, it's a bit heavy, it's got holes in it. But let's assume it's a medicine ball, okay? And when I'm holding a club, is that on the backswing, I have to extend my left arm.
Yeah.
Because that's where, for me, I can, if I don't extend it and I do this, automatically what comes up my shoulder.
Yeah.
So that means if my shoulder comes up and I don't extend it, if I don't do that, my shoulder's out of the way and I can still see the ball. But if I bend, my shoulder comes in the way and I can't see the ball.
Yeah.
Because where's the ball? Directly underneath my shoulder.
Exactly.
Right. So that's why for the motion, one exercise I could recommend is that you take a medicine ball and you take it back and you throw it against the wall.
Okay.
When you're at the gym. You understand?
Yeah.
Just a small rounded medicine ball, the size of a soccer ball.
Okay.
You take a medicine ball, you take it back, and you throw it against the wall.
Yeah.
And then on the left hand side, you do the same thing. You take it there, and you throw it that motion. What it automatically does, it will strengthen up your biceps and your triceps, and you'll be able to get your arm out. Because on the swing, you want your left hand to extend on the backswing. And then it'll, after you make contact, right, it's the right arm that extends. You see that?
Yeah.
And then it bends. So you kind of have like a chicken wing. We used to actually call it a W, right? So the left arm, when you do this, when you go that way, the W becomes an extension. And only the right hand bends,
Yeah.
right? And it should bend facing down. And then as you come through, it's the right arm that extends.
Yeah.
And then the left arm bows, right? So that's fundamentally it. And the wrist, yes, you're right. The wrist there has to be flexibility on the wrist as well. But as it goes back, because the arms are the ones that start, it's only the left arm that bends. And then the right arm stays there. You see that?
Yeah.
And then at impact, both of them are straight because this is an appendage. And you want to have a Y.
Yeah.
And as I said, the club is an extension of your arm.
True.
So because you're making impact, both arms have to be extended like that. And then follow through, that's when the left arm buckles, and then the right arm extends.
Okay.
And you finish off like that. Okay? Not better. Now you're making impact. You see how that ball went straight? It's alright, it's okay. Keep your eye on the ball. Don't rush it, just take it easy. Just take it easy. We want this type of motion, okay? On it there. Right, and then that is what we want. Okay, you see that? Right. Exactly. Okay, there we go. And then you don't necessarily have to take it all the way back. You can just relax and stop right there.
Okay.
And then you rotate. And as you rotate, an impact, that's some impact that you want. Slightly, no, you're good, right? That's the impact that you want. This is where, that's the motion where you want to make impact like that.
Okay.
And then as you go through, see that? And then this one buckles, that one's straight. And then automatically your wrists will buckle automatically to bring that club around.
Okay.
You get that?
Yeah.
You see how you're facing? And that's what you want. And you want to just pivot on your heel. You want to feel that heel being your anchor.
Okay.
So that you rotate and your hips are that way. Don't fall over, right? That's fundamentally what a golf swing will do. But because you're extending, the golf club is not going to rest on your shoulder. It's going to come full force that way.
Okay.
And which gives that motion that you see those guys finishing off.
Yeah.
Things like they're posing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then all the ladies on the PGA are fluffing their hair. That's exactly where they get that from. Alright? But you just want to take it easy and just take your time. Just go through the motion of the swing. There we go. You get a much more better air now. And you're hitting it directly behind the ball. Impact should be just here. So you should feel the ground somewhere around here.
Okay.
That's fine. Keep your eye on the ball. I know it may sound like it's information overload because we don't meet so often. But the thing is, the more times you practice, the simpler it becomes.
Yeah.
Every single time that you do those exercises. There you go. All right, let's take a breather.